Neal Schon poured his heart and soul into Vortex and says he didn't want to burn out working on a project of this magnitude.
But I didn't work really long hours. That's the one thing. I'm not one of those guys. I don't have a studio built in my house, and I purposely don't want one. You know, I like driving to work, and I like working early, and I like starting like around 10 o'clock in the morning or 11 o'clock, and I'll go to 6 o'clock. I'm done, you know, for the day. And, you know, take a couple days off a week, maybe one day off a week. But really, I'm home at a decent hour, you know, you know, I just find that if you spend too many hours, at least for myself, I'm an early morning person. Whatever I'm playing, the best stuff comes out of me early in the morning when I'm not thinking so much, you know. Later in the day, you get a little, like, tired of sitting in the studio and listening back and just the dark environment without any light, you know. And you're like, okay, I had enough, I'm gonna get out of here. Then I get a lot done that way, you know, and I look forward to going it's like work for me, but it's fun work.
Neal's wife, Mikhail, is the inspiration behind the album, and she decided to give him a gift of her own recently, setting up a meeting with his race car idol, Mario Andretti.
Mr. Mario Andretti, he is the king of the road. I've been watching him since I was like a little boy in my grandmother's house.
The two legends exchange gifts. Neal is now the proud owner of an authentic Andretti racing suit, while Andretti now has his own custom-made PRS NS14 guitar. But the icing on this birthday surprise was a chance for Schon to ride along with Andretti in his Honda, fastest seat in sports racer. Neal says it was as big a rush as playing on stage in front of 15 million fans, which ironically enough is the amount of people who have bought Journey's greatest hits album.
Definite G4, zero G4s.
While Neal tours supporting Vortex and Journey, Mikhail is always by his side. And each night when the band plays one of their mega hits, Faithfully, the two have a ritual.
When he plays Faithfully and gives me a kiss and runs down, or he'll, you know, blow me a kiss, and I hold my heart. So we've done that for 4 years straight. And long before that, you know, that was always a song that says everything about our relationship. So we're 25 years best friends, and, you know, a whole lot of that, you know, kind of back and forth. And that's what Lady M, you know, that struggle of wanting to be with someone, and that's your soulmate. And I'm just thankful that I followed my heart. You know, I have great faith, and I made it to Neal, and I love him so much.
Y'all doing out there tonight? Thank you for having us. That's one of the coolest things about music to me, is that I can share that in the universal language, you know. And the fact that there's no lyrics even means more to me, that if people get it, you know, but the titles are really important, like you were asking. Like, how do you come up with these titles? All the rest of them came to me like in the 11th hour. Mm-hmm. I had to listen and listen and listen, and it's hard to come up with the title because there are no lyrics. And when you come with that title, it sort of has to give everybody's imagination the freedom to be able to go and imagine it the way they want to, you know, because they will anyway, right, because of the fact that there's no lyrics. But at least you give them a picture image of what you're seeing.